What's up, you guys? It is Mary. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today we are back with more fashion reviews of Paris Fashion Week, honey. And today we are going to be getting into Christian Dior. And let's get into it, you guys. She came up with about 61 looks for the show. She was inspired by Josephine Baker, the dancer. And, you know, when I first saw it, I just was really... I was kind of bored. Like, I just felt like it looked so severe. Obviously, the show was not for my age group. I'm 24, so I don't know. It just really looked granny, and it just seemed really severe to me. Like, I mean, I don't know much about Josephine Baker. I do know she's a dancer. You know, I have seen some of her dancing and stuff like that, some of her performances and stuff. So when I saw this, I was just like, how is this commemorating Josephine Baker? I just felt like she was such a vibrant person. She has so much going on, and she just really, like, I found out that she was a civil rights activist. She had also joined, was it the French Resistance? I mean, that she was also a performer. She was also a very pivotal role model in the whole jazz age cabaret scene and everything. So I just felt like this really did not commemorate her at all, and I just did not feel like the clothes were really that interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that Christian Dior and Chanel are kind of the same in a way, where it's kind of like for older people. I know Chanel slides really can be for younger people as well, especially this last collection, which we will get into. But I just felt like it really was not a favorite. I actually was not even going to review it, but I wanted to talk about it. So here I am. But then I went and I had to do research, because y'all know I'm going to do my research. I'm going to do my digging, especially when it comes to concepts. So I feel like the most interesting part about, you know, collections really is the concept. Because I mean, how do you get to this place where you have come up with this beautiful fashion collection? What led you there? You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot goes into it. You know, being a former student, you know, being a SCAD alumni, you know, they really took us through the ringer when it came to creating fashion designs and creating concepts and grabbing inspiration literally from anything, and just really trying to make it, really digging deep into that concept, you know. So I really want to know why she did what she did, and I kind of understood it once I did research on it. So apparently Josephine Baker, the designer, I can't remember what her name was, but she apparently had came across archived pictures of Josephine Baker performing in Dior Couture in New York in 1951. And she really was touched. She was really inspired by Josephine Baker, but also she was really touched that she was actually a client of the fashion house. So she really wanted to commemorate her and everything. But the thing is, she wanted to take a more subtle bareback approach, where she wanted to kind of make it more subtle. And instead what she did is she didn't really focus on her being a dancer, but she kind of focused on the other parts of her that people really didn't quote unquote know. And that's, she studied less well-known photos of Josephine in restaurants wearing suits and in uniform during the war. And she wanted to kind of have this quiet, powerful aesthetic in her whole fashion collection. She wanted to do more clean, less volume, and she said that was more her attitude. And she wants to renovate and render the classic canon of the house to be lighter and easier to wear. If that's the case, you should have done ready to wear, because this was very boring, you know. And I hate to be harsh, but I thought it was very boring. I thought all of the outfits really, there's no reason for this to be haute couture. There's no reason for it to be, because this is all ready to wear stuff that you can literally go to Neiman Marcus and go purchase. I had no idea why this was haute couture, because if your purpose is to have it be lighter and easier to wear, like, I don't know who hired her, because I know there's the fashion house, and then they have designers that come in. Usually, you know, when the designer dies off or they're no longer, like, they have retired or whatever, they do have more designers that come in. I just felt like this collection was just a no for me. Like, I mean, I don't know who thought it was beautiful, because my thing is, just bear with me, right? Why would you have all of these? And I felt like the whole aesthetic of the show, she did herself a disservice. She did her own self a disservice, okay, honey? Like, you have these really vibrant pictures up, like, of purples, yellows, like gold, all on the wall of these really infamous black and biracial performers, singers, like people that really were well known in the industry. I mean, she even had Eartha Kitt up there. Like, she had Josephine Baker. I don't know. I think, was it Aretha Franklin? I think it was somebody else. But she had all of these women who really exude a lot of energy and just a lot of beauty, and they just had gone through so much, but also they really were striving to do really amazing things and were such phenomenal entertainers and such phenomenal women. And I just felt this did not do them justice. Like, I just did not feel like this collection did any of them justice. Like, yes, you had the hairstyles, but I just thought it was kind of weird because it's like you had these hairstyles, but then you had these really severe looks. Like, it gave me, you know, that woman in Matilda, that plump woman who was being so mean to Matilda. It gave me those vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I just did not like the collection. I'm going to get into the individual looks just to emphasize my point. Yeah, so I just didn't like most of the collection. It was blacks, it was whites, it was these really, the boat necks. I feel like you have to be able to do boat necks in a way where it looks really nice. Like, this should have been a ready to wear collection. I have no idea why the hell this was haute couture. Like, there's no reason for this to have to be custom made for anybody. Like, I can literally take myself to Neiman Marcus and go buy this stuff. Really, some of them I could go buy at Target. Like, if I'm being honest, like, I know I'm not the only one that thinks this, but I just felt like it was a no. And then you had it in this like, you look at the beautiful pictures on the wall. You didn't even study those pictures. You even told Vogue that you studied pictures of Josephine Baker in suits. Why was that not? Why didn't you have pictures of these women that you had on the walls? Why didn't you have pictures of them in suits in restaurants? That would have been so much more on theme. You know what I'm saying? But you had them in their performance garments, and then you had them like kind of like in performing pictures as well. So I just like pictures of them performing. So I just felt like you shot yourself in the foot, honey. Like, I don't know. This was just a bust for me. And really, even the Vogue article did not seem like it was really that much in favor of the collection either. Like, I just thought it was a no. And then you have these funky hairstyles, which are super cool. But then you have these super severe outfits. It was just a no. And I hated the heels, the shoes. Like, what was going on? The whole show was a mess. But I'm going to go ahead and get into the individual looks. We're going to start with this first look. Well, let me first talk about some of the elements that she had. She had black, white. She had quite severe look. She had fringes. She had jacket dresses. She had pleated skirts. She had sequin dresses that are also are sheer. She had some sparkles, some loose-fitting strap dresses, some gold dresses, cowl necklines throughout, and boat necklines. She had velvet dresses, which I really felt like she should have done without. The show was bad enough, but then you include velvet, which is really a hot fabric, and this is for spring 23. And then also it was velvet in neon green and purple and brown. Like, how old do you want people to look? But yes, so they had the flapper dresses. She had silver top pants and structured lingerie. She had velvet dressing coats. She had a lot of long slim silhouettes. But yeah, so now let's get into the looks. I just wanted to at least give you guys a rundown of what the looks were, because I'm not getting into all 61 looks of something. But yeah, so this first look that we're going to talk about, she had basically a white silk button up, and then she had this black coat on top. This is ready to wear. You are in the wrong collection. Can't nobody tell me that this was haute couture. Can't nobody tell me that. Like, this has to be ready to wear. Like, this jacket, I literally bought this jacket at Walmart last year. What is this? And then she had like this sparkly skirt underneath or whatever and stuff. I just thought this was a no. The model looked miserable, okay? And then she had this other dress which had this cowl but also kind of boat neck, and then she had like this this gathered skirt, and then she had like these little gold circles, not gold circles, but there's like this layering of fabric at the bottom half of the skirts. I just thought it was very granny. And I mean, I guess she was trying to do the whole Josephine Baker thing, But like, I just did not like the wrinkled skirts. I mean, she did have the fringe tops or whatever, which I guess she was trying to get more into the whole Josephine Baker thing. She tried, but it really was not working out, you know. The models just looked miserable. The makeup did them no favors at all. I felt like if she had, like, you have these severe looks, and then you have this really black smoky eye. It just reminded me of that time where Beyonce went to the Met Gala in this hot ass leather dress that you could tell she was sweating like a sinner in church, and then she had like this really messed up smudgy black makeup on her eyes. It just made her look 10 times older. Like, this is what this makeup is doing. Like, it's all dark, like black. You know what I'm saying? Like, the collection was not fun. Like, these were women who, one, knew how to have a good time. They were also really creative, beautiful women. I did not think that this was creative. Like, Josephine Baker, yes, she was a civil rights activist and she did a bunch of other stuff and she was a dancer, but I just felt like maybe this would have done her a little bit justice or whatever. But I mean, this is something I could get at Target. Like, this is something that you probably wear to a beach. I just did not like this. I mean, this look, it looks cute. I mean, I'm not hating. I thought it looked cute. I just felt like she should have gotten rid of the eye makeup. But that look was not bad or whatever, I guess. But I did not like this French one with the wrinkle skirts. And I did not like this whole pantsuit thing that was going on. I just felt like, girl, you should have put up pictures of Josephine Baker in the pantsuit. You said that you saw these pictures allegedly. You should have had those up there. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like the floor should not have been gray, because it made the collection look even more depressing. Like, I feel like not only is it important to have good clothes, but also it's important that the location of the fashion show is good as well. And I just felt like it was a little bit depressing. The only thing that was really a highlight was the pictures of the women, but those weren't even pictures that you looked at. So it was just confusing when you look at the pictures on the ceiling and then you look at the severe clothing and you're just like, yeah, it was a no. It was really a no for me. Like, I just really did not like this. I did like this one black dress or whatever, but I just did not like the fact that she was basically wearing a bra underneath and like some little shorts. But I mean, it looked good on the model. I mean, this was the only youthful, semi-youthful look. But it was all black. It was like this sheer dress on top that had sparkles and stuff and everything. So I thought it was nice. But the brown velvet dress, I mean, are you, like, it was not a good look. It was not a good look whatsoever. And then you had that green velvet. I saw somebody said that, I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinions. But yeah, I just did not like that look, that brown velvet look or whatever. I just really don't have many nice things to say. And then the cape for this one, it just looked like it was a drawstring on top. It just looked very ill-fitted. Who is the designer? Like, hold on, wait. Y'all just give me 2 seconds. Because Christian, I just don't know who the designer is, but I just feel like she did, like, the Dior thing a huge disservice. And I just feel like if Christian Dior was, because I know Christian Dior has had some really amazing outfits. I mean, I have followed them for a while. And it just seems like she did a huge disservice. Like, even this look with the cape and it's like the light cream or whatever, it just looked horrible. And it didn't look like it fit the model at all. Like, it looked so baggy and it looked like the waistband was off. Like, it just did not look like, listen, and it just did not look well. It just did not look like it fit her well at all. I'm trying to find the designer, man. Current. My God. Okay, Italian. Okay, so they named her on Friday the new Italian designer, Marie Garzi Churu, new creative director. She need to be fired. That was just a no. I mean, this is so ill-fitting. This does not even look right on her. Look at how it's hanging off her body. Look at the waistband. That's a no. That's a no. The whole collection was a no. I'm sorry. For any Christian Dior lovers, this is my opinion. If you do not like the opinion, that is fine. This is a safe space where we all can literally express ourselves. And I'm not going to go back and forth with anybody or whatever. But that's just what I felt. I felt like it did not do any of them justice. And I just did not feel like it was a really good collection. I just felt like it was a fail. But that is my opinion, you guys. Please comment down below. Did you hate it? Did you love it? Are you conflicted as I am? Let me know. But it's Mary. I invite you guys to like, share, subscribe, and please comment down below. And if you guys want to contribute to this channel, please refer down below to the description box.